Hello everyone, welcome to Pably. So in this video we are going to learn how to send personalized thank you emails to leads via Gmail. So I run a business where I want to send thank you emails to the leads which I am receiving from my contact form 7. So here my objective is, as soon as I receive a new lead over the contact form 7, I am going to send them a thank you email via Gmail. So for building the connection between contact form 7 and Gmail, I am going to use an amazing automation tool, that is Pably Connect. So if you also want to build this automation, then let me take you towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video I am going to show you how you can send thank you emails to the contact form leads via Gmail. So right before you on my screen you can see I have created this workflow by integrating these both applications, that is contact form 7 and Gmail, and I have integrated these both applications by using Pably Connect. So you can also build an automation like this for your own business, so that as soon as a new lead is received over the contact form 7, you can send thank you emails to your new leads via Gmail. So now I'm going to show you how you can build this automation by just using Pably Connect. But before that, I am going to show you the real working of this automation. So for that, let's move on to my contact form 7 which I have created. So here you can see this is the contact form I have created, and here I am getting some field, that is full name, email, contact number and your message. So now I am going to enter all these details. So here you can see I have filled this form providing full name as smartlead, email as smartlead@pablitudes.com and the contact number with a message. Now I am going to submit this form, and as I am submitting this form, you can see my form has been successfully submitted. Now let's move on to my Gmail account to check whether I am receiving an email over there or not. So now let's move on to my Gmail account, and here you can see in my Gmail account I am successfully receiving an email. So now let's open this email, and here you can see I am receiving an email having subject thanks for getting in touch smartlead. So here you can see I am getting the same name which I have recently entered over my form, and after this hi I am getting the same name as well. So here you can see by using Pably Connect I am sending personalized emails to my customers or the clients. So you can also use this automation for your own business. So for that you simply have to access Pably Connect, and for accessing the Pably Connect you just have to type its URL over the new tab, that is pably.com/connect, and once you will enter the URL you will be getting the landing page of Pably Connect, and here you can see we are getting two options, that is sign in and sign up free. So if you are a new user you can simply click over the sign up free, and if you sign up account for free over the Pably Connect you get 100 free tasks every month for practicing the Pably Connect. And if you already have an existing account you can simply click over this sign in. But before moving on forward I am going to tell you about Pably Community. So here you can see this is the page of Pably Community where automation users, marketers and business owner gather to share their ideas, ask questions and get relevant update regarding using the Pably applications. So you can also join Pably Community now and grow your business with us, and if you wish to join the Pably Community you can find link in the description given below. Now let's move on to Pably Connect again, and here I am going to simply click over this sign in as I already have an account on Pably Connect. And once you finish your sign up you will be getting this all Pably apps page, and here you can see these are the products provided by Pably. And as we are going to integrate our two applications, that is contact form 7 and Gmail, we will be using this Pably Connect app which can integrate different applications and start automating your work. So for accessing the Pably Connect you simply have to click over this access now button, and we will be landed to the dashboard page of Pably Connect which can be seen here. And on this dashboard page you can see these are the folders I have created, and if you want to create your own folder you simply have to click over this create a new folder button, and here you have to provide the folder name, and afterwards you simply have to click over this create button and your folder will be created. And now I am going to create a workflow by integrating our two applications. So for that you simply have to click over this create workflow button, and here you can see we are getting the option for selecting the workflow builder. So here we are getting two workflow builder, that is beta which is modern, faster and more flexible, and another workflow builder we are getting is classic which will provide you stable and familiar approach. So here I am going to use this newly launched workflow builder beta. So for that you simply have to click over this select button, and here you will be getting a dialog box where you have to provide a workflow name. So now I am going to provide a workflow name over here. So here you can see I have provided it the name thank you emails to contact contact form leads, and afterwards I am going to select my folder as form folder. Now we simply have to click over this create button and we will be landed to the workflow page. And here you can see I am on my workflow page where I am getting the option for trigger. So trigger is our first application or the application which is going to initiate our workflow. So in this case I want to initiate my workflow as soon as I receive a new lead over the contact form 7. So for that I am going to select my trigger app as contact form 7. So now let's click over this add trigger button, and here you can see we are getting this trigger setup page, and on this trigger setup page I am going to search for contact form 7, which is my trigger app. So here you can see I am getting this app, that is contact form 7. So I am going to select it, and afterwards it is asking me to select the app event. So app event is the work which we are going to perform over this contact form 7 so that we can initiate our workflow. So in this case I am going to select my app event as new form submission. Now we simply have to click over this connect button, and here you can see we are getting this webhook URL with the steps for pasting this webhook URL, and this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and contact form 7. So now I am going to copy this webhook URL, and now let's move on to my WordPress account, as contact form 7 is a plugin of WordPress. So here you can see I am landed to my WordPress account, and on the sidebar you can see we are getting the option for contact, and here you can see we are getting this option for contact forms and add contact form. So if you want to create your new contact form, you simply have to click over this add contact form, but as I already have created my contact form, I will be selecting this, that is contact forms, and we will be landed to the contacts form page where you can see these are the contact form created in my account. So now I am going to use this form, that is new lead add form. So I am going to select it. So here you can see this is my new lead form, and on this new lead form you can see these are the fields I have embedded in this form. And now we just have to click over the webhook given here, and as you will click over the webhook you will be landed to this webhook page, and here you can see we are getting the option for webhook URL. So this is the place where you have to paste the webhook URL which you have recently received from the Pabbly Connect. So now let's paste the webhook URL which we have recently received. So here I am going to paste this, and here you can see I have pasted my webhook URL, and afterwards you just have to enable this send to webhook in this integrate sections, and here we are done with this. Now we simply have to click over the save button for saving the webhook URL, and here our contact form has been saved. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect, and here you can see it is waiting for the webhook response. Now for providing the webhook response we have to do the test submission, and for doing the test submission we have to fill the contact form 7 which we have recently created. Now let's move on to my WordPress account again, and here you can see in this form which I have recently created I am receiving this shortcut code. So now you just have to copy this shortcut code, and afterwards you just have to go to pages. So here you can see on the sidebar I am getting the option for pages. So you just have to select this add page, and you will be landed to the new page of the WordPress. So here you can see this is the page I am getting, and here you have to provide the title. So I am going to provide my title as new lead form, and the next you have to paste the shortcut code which you have recently received from the contact form 7 here, and here you can see I have pasted this shortcut code. And now we just have to publish this page so that we can get the contact form which we have recently created. So now let's click over this publish button, and here you can see my page has been published, and here we are getting the option for view pages. So now let's click over this view page, and we will be landed to the contact form which we have recently created, which can be seen here. And now for providing the webhook response we have to fill this form for providing the test submission. So here you can see I have filled this form providing full name demo user, email as demouser@pabblytunes.com, contact number and the message. Now we simply have to submit this form, and here you can see our form has been successfully submitted. Now let's move on to my Pabbly Connect to check whether we are receiving this test data or not. So here you can see in my Pabbly Connect I am successfully receiving the response, that is response A, with the response which I have recently filled over my contact form. So here we are done with our trigger setup. Now we just have to set up our action app. So for that we simply have to click over this add new action step button, and we will be landed to the action setup page where I am going to select my action app as Gmail, as I am going to send an email through the Gmail to my new leads. So now you can see we are getting this option for Gmail, so I am going to select it, and afterwards I am going to select my app event as send email. Now we simply have to click over this connect button, and we will be landed to the Gmail connection page where we are getting two options. So if you want to build a new connection, you can simply select this, that is add new connection, and sign up with your Google account and your connection will be built. But as I already have an existing connection, I will be using this, that is select existing connection, and here our connection has been already chosen. Now we simply have to click over this save button, and here you can see our connection has been saved successfully, and here we are getting some of the fields. So the first field we are getting is for the sender name. So here I am going to enter my sender name as Pabli. So here I have provided my sender's name, and afterwards we are getting the option for entering the sender email address. So here you can enter the sender's email address, and for the remaining fields I am going to map all these fields. Now you might be thinking, what is this mapping? So mapping is the real magic here. Mapping is basically inserting the data from the previous step so that you don't have to enter your values again and again, as mapping makes the field dynamic. So here I am going to map all these fields from the response which I am receiving from the contact form 7. So now I am going to map the recipient's email address. So now let's select it, and afterwards from the response of contact form 7 I am going to map the email address which can be seen here. So I am going to map it, and here you can see I have mapped the recipient's email address, and the next field I am getting is for CC. So if you want to send this email to multiple recipients, you can add CC and BCC as well, and afterwards we are getting the field that is email subject. So now I am going to provide the email subject over here. So here you can see I have manually entered my email subject. So this will be static, means it is not going to change with every new responses. And after this subject, that is thanks for getting in touch, I am going to map the name of my lead. So I am going to map the name from the response which I am receiving from the contact form 7. So here you can see I am receiving this name, that is demo user, which I have mapped, and this name will be dynamic, means it is going to change with every new responses. So here we are done with our email subject, and afterwards the next field we are getting is for the email content. So here I am going to enter my email content. So here you can see I have entered my email content which I am going to provide to my lead, and after this word hi, again I am going to map the name of my lead. So here I am going to map it from the response of the contact form 7. So here you can see I am getting this name. So here I have mapped the name of my lead, and with this we are done with our email content. And afterwards the next field I am getting is for the email content type, which is already selected as plain, but you can also select it as HTML as well. And the next we are getting is the labels, which is inbox, and the next field we are getting is for files name, attachment URLs. So if you want to provide any type of document, you can provide it over here. And now we just have to click over the save and send test request, and here you can see we are receiving a positive response which demonstrates that we have successfully built in the connection. Now let's move on to my Gmail account to check whether I am receiving an email over there or not. So here in my Gmail account you can see I am successfully receiving the email having the same subject, that is thanks for getting in touch, and here you can see I am getting the same name, that is demo user, which I have recently entered over my contact form 7. So here you can see our automation is working properly. So you can also create an automation like this for enhancing your own business and automating your all tasks. So what are you waiting for? Start using Pabli Connect now, and stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabli and creating many more amazing automations like this. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel, and if you want to practice this flow, you can find its link in the description given below. And if you have any doubt, you can mention it over the comment section. So thank you for watching this video. Not only this automation, you can build many more integrations like this by just using Pabli Connect. So if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabli.com, and if you have any queries, you can post it over the forums.pabli.com. and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabli Connect for free now.